Okay, now next one's a little bit difficult, okay? You have, these are the examples, and then you have 3 problems. I'm not going to write the examples out. It says I'm not going to write out the whole words, okay? They're on your document. I currently have $600 in my account. The account is going to be going up in value by $30 per month. How much will my account be worth after 5 months? So down here you see the dollar sign, dollars equals. You're going to need 1 page for each problem. Now here's what I want you to do after this. I want you to make 3 boxes. In the corner on top, and then right across from it, and then down here. So these 3 corners you make boxes. Now outside this first box I want you to make a table, and you're going to put X and Y. All the problems are going to be done like that. Now I have 2 things highlighted, dollars and months. Write that here. Now put equals. We're going to assign letters to represent each of those. Now here's the thing you want to write down. Time is always X. So here's what time means. Seconds is time. Minutes is time. Hours is time. Days is time. Months is time. Years is time. Okay? So dollars and months. Okay? So which one of those is one of these? It's months. Months. That's always your X. Okay? And then the other unit's your Y. Then you write per. P-E-R. Under the word per you put your time label, but drop the S, just per month, and then put the label, the Y label, on top. Okay, always put the time unit under it and the money label up. Now what's the dollars per month you have? It says it $30 per month, so you write 30 times X. Now since I have down, up in big capital letters, that 30 is a positive. Okay, I'll put a positive right there. Okay. Now, that's the end of the first box. Here's what you do with your table. You go 0, 1, 2, and then make dots because it goes on. Now, before the $30 per month, we had $600. So, by the way, your X and Y on the table, you want to label those. So, X is months, Y is money, and the X always goes 0, 1, 2. It's called the independent variable. Now, we started with 600. That's your first money amount. Then add the number over here. So after 1 month, you add 30, 630. After the second month, you add 30 again, 660. And that goes on forever. I can keep doing that from now until eternity. Okay? But that's how you organize your table. Now, make a ladder. It just looks like that. Now, here's what you put in the middle of the ladder. You put the 30 times X. Okay. Then you put a plus sign in front, and the first number you had is 600. So 600 plus 30 times X equals Y. Now, write the equation in the box down here. So 600 plus 30 times X equals Y. Now we're going to solve the problem. You see that 5 right there, 5 months? Put that in the X column. And then down here put X equals 5. So we replace that X with 5. So 600 plus 30 times parentheses 5 equals Y. So Y is all by itself. Okay. So and that's a wall I make. Okay. Y has nothing with it. It's over there all by itself. So then I have plus and times. I'm going to want it times first. 30 times 5 is 150. So we have 600 plus 150. And then 600 plus 150 is 750. So that's your answer, $750. Okay, next one. There's currently 6 inches of snow on the ground. The amount is going down by 0.5 inches per year. How much snow will be on the ground after 5 hours? Okay. So, inches equals, that's what you put at the bottom of the paper. That's your first step. know what you're solving for. You're trying to find how many inches of snow. Now make your 3 boxes. And the units are inches and hours. Now which of those units tracks time? Well, let's look back at the first page, okay? Hours. So that's my X. Inches is Y. Then you write per. Put your time, your X label beneath it, but drop the S, per hour. And then put inches on top of the word per. So I'm looking for inches per hour, 0.5. Now it's going down, so it's negative 0.5 times X. Okay, if I put down, it's negative. Okay, so let's make our table, X, Y. So X is hours. Y is inches. So 0, 1, 2. Now your inches started at 6. Then you're going to add negative 0.5. And it's going to go down when you add a negative. It's like subtracting, so 5.5. Then I add negative 0.5 again. And that goes on forever. So we make our line, and our ladder, this goes in the middle, negative 0.5 times X. Now you're going to put a plus sign, and the first number you added negative 0.5 to was 6. So the ladder starts at 6 inches, and then equals Y at the top. And I've had you do something like that before. So 6 plus negative 0.5 times X equals Y. Now we're going to solve for the inches. Well, 5 hours. I put 5 in the hours column again. And that means X equals 5. So replace your X with 5. So 6 plus negative 0.5 parentheses 5 equals Y. So Y is over here. So I have a plus and a times. 6 and negative 0.5, there's a plus sign, negative 0.5 and 5, we have a times. So, I'm going to need to times that first. So I got my 6, and then I need to add something to the 6, whatever negative 0.5 times 5 is. Negative 2.5. Now add these together and you have it. 6, but you got to add negative 2.5. So it's 3.5. So that's your answer. You have 3.5 inches after 5 hours. Look at the table, 0, 1, 2, and then it's going down. That makes sense. Okay. A person is currently bench pressing 320 pounds. His bench press will be going up by 2 pounds per month. How much will he be benching 12 months from now? So we are going to find the pounds. So pounds equals. Okay, so my 2 units, you have pounds and months. Again, which of those, oh, by the way, set up the rest of the boxes, and then your XY table. So which of those tracks months? Well, let's look at that first page. Which of those tracks time? Time's always X, and months is there, so that must be the X. Then Y is pounds. So per. We put per month, and then pounds above it. Pounds per month. Keep the S on the top label, but not the bottom label. Pounds per month is 2. 2 pounds per month, and it's going up, so that's a positive 2. Don't put a plus, just put 2 times X. So X is months, and Y is pounds. So 0, 1, 2, always. So where do your pounds start at? They start at 320. Then after 1 month, we get to add 2, so that's 322. After the second month, we add 2 again, because it's 2 pounds per month, so you keep adding 2, 324. And that goes on, so I make my ladder. 2 times X goes on the ladder. It's like every step of the ladder is 2. We don't know how many steps there are, so that's why 2 times X. Now the first number we added 2 to is 320. Plus equals Y. So the equation is 320 plus 2 times x equals y. Okay, 12 months. Okay, so I put 12 under the months, and that's your x. X equals 12. So we replace the x with 12. So 320 plus 2 times parentheses equals y, and we're putting 12 in for x. So here's my y all by itself. So I just come over here and do the operation. So I have a plus 320 plus 2 and then 2 times 12. You got to do the times first. So 2 times 12 is 24. And then 320 plus 24 is 344. So there's your answer, 344 pounds. Okay, next one. A ferry currently holds 11,250 gallons of fuel. That amount is going down by 30 gallons per hour. How many gallons of gas will the ferry have in 6 hours? So we're solving for the gallons. So down at the bottom I put gallons equals. Okay, so put the 3 boxes in the corners. There, there, and there. Okay, and then the XY table right outside the first box. Okay, so I have gallons and hours. Those are highlighted for you. Okay, so which of those keeps track of time? Well, hours, okay, so that's your X. Gallons is Y. So per hour, drop the S, and then gallons per hour. Okay, so the gallons per hour I have is 30, okay? So 30 gallons per hour, so 30 times X. And it's going down, so you need to make the 30 a negative, okay? That's all you have to do if it's going down. So 0, 1, 2. So the gallons start at 11,250. Then after one, and by the way, put labels here. Hours is X, gallons is Y. You basically just copy down what's over here. Put gallons above the Y hour. So after 1 hour, we add negative 30 gallons, which is the same as minus 30. But I'll keep it consistent. 11,250 plus negative 30. 11,220. After the second hour, I add negative 30 again. 11,190. And it keeps going. So the negative 30 times X, put that in the middle. And the first number I added the negative 32 was the 11,250. And then plus equals Y. 30 times X. So we have 11,250 plus negative 30 times X equals Y. Okay, now on your table, put 6 under the hours, and that means X equals 6. So parenthesize your X, and you're going to put a 6 in its place. So 11,250 plus negative 30 times the parentheses equals Y, and we substitute 6 in there. Okay, so here's Y all by itself, so I just go over here and do the operation. So you got a plus between the first two numbers and a times between these two. So we need to times negative 30 by 6. Negative 180. So I have 11,250 plus negative 180. Now you add. $11,070. And that is your answer for Y. Okay, next problem. An item is currently worth $35. It's going down by $2 per month. How much will it be worth 8 months from now? So we're finding the money. Okay. Make your 3 boxes. Okay, so the units you have dollars and months. Okay, which of those keeps track of time? I think months does, so that's always your X, and then money is your Y. So per, dollars per month. Okay, so the dollars per month is 2, it's going down, so it's negative 2 times X. Okay, so I make a table here, X, Y. Remember, put your X label on top of the X, months, and then money. So the months go from 0, 1, 2, and they keep going. This is just to give you an idea of what's happening. So the first money amount you got, the initial amount is $35. Then you add negative 2. Now I'm 33. Then I add negative 2. Then I'm at 31. It keeps on going down until it's essentially worthless. So negative 2.x is in the middle of the line. And the first number I added to negative 2 was 35. So 35 plus negative 2.x equals y. Okay, so 8 months. So I put 800 months and x equals 8 then. So we're going to get the x out of there and put 8 in its place. So 35 plus negative 2 times 8 equals y. So the y is over here all by itself, so we just do the operations on the other side. We have a plus and we have times. Need times first. Negative 2 times 8 is negative 16 equals y. Remember, to get that negative, when you times, don't just take 2 times 8, it's negative 2 times 8. Okay? So 35 plus negative 16 is 19. So 19 equals y. So that's what it's worth, $19. Okay, our last one. I currently have $6,000 in my bank account. That amount is going to be going down $200 each month. Here, I'm going to change that to per. Each means per. They mean the same thing, but to help you out a little bit, I'll put per. How much will be in my bank account after 4 months? So I'm trying to figure out the dollars, what those equal. Set up your 3 side boxes with the XY table. Okay, so you have dollars and months. Which one of those keeps track of time? Well, time's always X, and months. Okay, so months is X. That's Y. So per month, drop the S, and then dollars. So the dollars per month is 200. It's going down, so it's negative 200 times X. Okay. So on my XY table, label the X, it's months. Label the Y, it's money. So 0, 1, 2. So at the beginning, we have $6,000. Then we're going to be adding negative 200. So that means it'll be going down. So I take 6,000 plus negative 200. 5,800. Then I add negative 200. 5,600. And then it just keeps going. So I make my line. Negative 200 times x goes here. That's known as, it's a term, it's known as your slope, negative 200 is, but for now we just call it a ladder. Every step's negative 200 because every step of the way I'm adding negative 200. Then 6,000 is the first number, so 6,000 plus negative 20 times x equals y. So 6,000 plus negative 200 times x equals y. Okay, 4 months. So I put 400 months and then x equals 4. So I replace the x with 4. So we have 6,000 plus negative 200 times 4. So again, by now, you got y by itself, you got plus, you got times. So you need to do the times first. Now don't just hit 200 times 4, it's negative 200 times 4. So 6,000. So negative 200 times 4 is negative 800. So I'm not adding 800, I'm adding negative 800. So again, y is by itself. 6,000 plus negative 800 is 5,200. And that's your money amount, $5,200. Again, the time is always the X, whatever measures time. So like the first problem, pounds and weeks. Weeks is the one that measures time, so X is weeks, Y is pounds. Number 2, months and money. Months is the time, that's X, money's Y. Then days, days is X, money's Y. Okay, up's going to be 3 times X, up's 25 times X, and then down's going to be negative 3 times X. Okay, this is your answer down here. That's what you'll type up.